Hey guys, TJ here, and today we're going to be talking about the nomination predictions that we have for the 90th Annual Academy Awards. This time, I'm going to have my friend AJ join me so that we can get more than just a one-person opinion on the show. So, without further ado, here's AJ.
Hi Internet, I'm AJ, and I'm TJ's friend. Let's do this.
Yeah.
Visual effects.
Visual effects.
Yes. Well, first off, we got Blade Runner 2049, which was actually my favorite movie of the year, and my pick to win this category. But let's go down the rest of the list, shall we? We got Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, another Marvel film. Very beautiful film. Looks good. Kong Skull Island, probably the biggest surprise in this category. It was a good film. I liked it. It wasn't great, but it was fun. Star Wars The Last Jedi, very controversial film, I have to say.
I don't know why.
Final film in this category is War for the Planet of the Apes.
Great. Looking at this one, the apes look real.
The apes. Andy Serkis outdoes himself once again.
I'm going to go with War for the Planet of the Apes.
Yes.
For best visual effects.
And I've already said it before, but I'll say it once again. Blade Runner 2049 will be your visual effects Oscar winner for 2018. Costume design. We got Beauty and the Beast, CGI costumes, can't go wrong with those. Darkest Hour, the World War II drama. Phantom Thread, which is literally about costume design. Shape of Water. Good, 1950s Cold War era film right there. And Victoria and Abdul, and you actually saw Victoria and Abdul.
Would the creature count as costume?
You know what? I actually say yes.
If the creature design counts as wardrobe, then I'm going with The Shape of Water. But if that's not the case, then the wardrobes and all the different dresses and just clothing in Phantom Thread were actually pretty impressive. And I know nothing about fashion whatsoever, so I'm going to go with Phantom Thread just for my official pick.
When Emma Watson appeared on screen in that gold dress, I'm like, this is it. I peaked. My pick for costume design, absolutely, Jacqueline Duran for Beauty and the Beast. Makeup and hair, Darkest Hour, Victoria and Abdul, and I think this is the only category this movie is nominated for, Wonder. With the little kid, the kid from Room.
We're pitting that makeup against the makeup to make Gary Oldman look like Winston Churchill, and then we're pitting that against... What was the makeup in Victoria and Abdul?
I think it just goes for hair.
I'm going to go with Gary Oldman.
You're going to go... Hold on. Gary Oldman was in Darkest Hour? Well, then I have to go with Darkest Hour on this one.
Darkest Hour. It's across the board, Darkest Hour.
Original song, Mighty River from Mudbound, Mystery of Love from Call Me By Your Name, Remember Me from Coco, Stand Up for Something from Marshall, and This Is Me from The Greatest Showman.
Probably going to go to This Is Me from The Greatest Showman. It's definitely the best song in the film, and it's the one that you can actually remember from the film after you watch it. So
I like how you say that's the only song you can remember from the show, because I believe Remember Me is probably the best song on this list. Even though it probably won't win, I will agree with you in saying This Is Me probably will win this category. I want Remember Me. I'm going with This Is Me. Original score is probably one of my favorite categories on this list. First off, we got Hans Zimmer for Dunkirk, Johnny Greenwood for Phantom Thread, Alexander Desplat, is that how you pronounce it? Shape of Water.
Yes.
John Williams, a.k.a. God of this category, for Star Wars The Last Jedi. Carter Burwell for 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri.
But I'm going to go with The Shape of Water, Alexander Desplat. Soundtrack.
Desplat.
Yes.
And I'm going to have to agree with you on that one. The Shape of Water, definitely, the soundtrack was great. It's definitely something that you can re-listen to whenever you want. It's a great soundtrack. I think this will be his second Oscar outside of the Grand Budapest Hotel. We got production design, Beauty and the Beast, Blade Runner 2049, Darkest Hour, Dunkirk, and The Shape of Water. 2 movies that I would say it's between are Shape of Water and Blade Runner 2049.
Essentially, the quality of the production design drives the film in a way, which is hard to say because there are great performances in all of these films. But if you don't look at The Shape of Water and Blade Runner 2049 and don't think, wow, that looked amazing, something's off. Something's off. Like 2049 just knocks it out of the park.
Sound mixing. All right, we got Baby Driver. Blade Runner 2049. Dunkirk, The Shape of Water, and Star Wars The Last Jedi.
So I'm going to go with Dunkirk for sound mixing.
Nice. I'm going to go with Dunkirk for the same exact reason that you just said.
You're just going to copy me on everything.
Pretty much. Hey, you know what?
Well, that's the point of bringing you on. You're just going to copy my opinion.
Why would I say anything else if you said it perfectly? So
thank you.
Sound editing, and not to be confused with sound mixing.
No, maybe.
Same exact movies. For sound mixing, yes.
It's the exact
same. Believe it or not, Baby Driver.
So there is
Blade
no
Runner,
difference between sound mixing and sound editing. Let's get this
literally
right.
no difference.
Right. To me, the best example of sound editing this year was Baby Driver. In my opinion. What do you think?
I'm going to agree with you on that one, actually.
Like the last three categories, AJ agrees with me and all my brilliant points again.
Yes. Here are the 5 nominations for film editing: Baby Driver, Dunkirk, Tanya, The Shape of Water, and 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. Well, you know, the 3 main storylines in Dunkirk are, they're not... You're just blown away with what the editor and what Christopher Nolan, I assume, has been doing.
I would definitely agree that Dunkirk is the best edited film of this year, because without it, I just don't see how that film would have worked normally.
Best foreign language film. Probably a category that you and I have absolutely no knowledge about.
How many foreign languages can you speak, AJ?
Spanish, horribly. I try. That's the main part.
Impressive. I can speak, obviously, English and Spanish, French, German, Swahili, surprisingly, and American Sign Language. So,
and
I think I have a leg up on this.
Most recently,
category.
Wakandan, right? You can speak Wakandan.
Yeah, well, don't be racist, all right?
The country of Chile, we have a fantastic woman. From Lebanon, The Insult. From Russia, Loveless. From Hungary, On Body and Soul. And finally, from Sweden, The Square.
Oh, Body and Soul will win from Hungary.
On Body and Soul.
On Body and Soul.
Interesting. I'm going to say it's between 2 of these movies, and those 2 movies are The Insult from Lebanon and The Square from Sweden. The Insult, because why not? And The Square, because I'm part Swedish. Academy, this one's up to you. Best live action short film. Another one that we absolutely have no information on besides, the names.
Yes, where would we see these films?
The Kolb Elementary,
okay.
The 11 O'Clock, My Nephew Emmett, The Silent Child, and Watu Wote / All of Us.
That sounds awesome.
That does sound pretty cool.
Watu Wote wins.
Watu Wote. I can't argue that. Watu Wote, yes. Best documentary short subject. We're just going through all the categories. We have
no idea.
No idea. First film is Edith and Eddie.
Edith and Eddie.
Next is Heaven is a Traffic Jam on the 405. Never have truer words been said. Heroin E, or heroin, however you want to pronounce it. Knife Skills. That just sounds dangerous. And a Traffic Stop.
It has to be a topical thing.
Absolutely.
It has to be very topical.
But
I'm going to go with Traffic Stop just off of the name alone.
They mentioned the 405. And me being from Los Angeles.
Yes.
I feel like this film gets me.
They mention LA one time, and he instantly throws his support behind it.
Traffic Jam 405, that's mine. Traffic Stop, that's yours.
That's right. All right,
we'll see what happens.
We'll see who's right.
The last one we have absolutely no information on. Best documentary feature. Abacus, Small Enough to Jail. Faces, Places. Icarus. Last Men in Aleppo. And Strong Island. I'm going to go with Last Men in Aleppo.
I'm just going to take a shot in the dark. I'm going to go with Icarus.
Another one of my favorite categories, cinematography. There's only one winner on this, and I don't need to read the rest.
Read the rest.
Fine. For Blade Runner 2049, Roger Deakins. For Darkest Hour, Bruno Del Bonell. For Dunkirk, Hoyt van Hoytema. For Mudbound, Rachel Morrison. And for The Shape of Water, Dan Laustsen. Lausten? One of those.
Very good.
It's the first time in 80 years, I want to say. A woman is nominated in this category.
There hasn't been a woman cinematographer nominated?
Not for a long time. Rachel Morrison, the small feminist in me is rooting for you, but...
The small feminist in you? Only a little bit of him.
Only a little.
Not a lot. Not the whole thing.
Hey, you know what? I'm cool with feminism. What can I say? 16 times, 15 times not being a winner? Roger Deakins. He's my winner. Because Blade Runner 2049, gorgeous film.
I agree. He wins.
Camera, zoom in on me. Zoom in on my face. Okay. If Roger Deakins does not win this category, crime of the century. Original screenplay.
Oh, okay. That's fun. Yeah, that's cool.
Yes. It's fun, but it's hard. The Big Sick by Emily V. Gordon and Kumail Nanjiani.
All right.
We have Get Out by Jordan Peele. Lady Bird by Greta Gerwig. The Shape of Water by Guillermo del Toro and Vanessa Taylor. and 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri by Martin McDonagh. The scene in 3 Billboards where Frances McDormand is going off on that Catholic priest.
That's the scene?
That is the scene. And that's why I'm going to pick 3 Billboards. Martin McDonagh, good job.
I'm going to go with Lady Bird. Okay. I know it feels like it's all kind of impromptu in a lot of situations, but that just takes a lot to come up with these things that maybe might mirror real life in a way that is so hyper-realistic that you think that this could just be another day in your life. Mm-hmm. So I'm just going to go ahead and shoot out there Lady Bird, Best Original Screenplay.
Now we have Adapted Screenplay. Call Me By Your Name by James Ivory. The Disaster Artist by Scott Neustadter. Sorry if I butchered your name right there. And Michael H. Weber. Logan by Scott Frank and James Mangold and Michael Green. Molly's Game by Aaron Sorkin. And Mudbound by Virgil Williams and Dee Reese. Call Me By Your Name.
Call Me By Your Name.
I haven't seen it. I just know it's good.
You haven't seen it, and you're going to pick it for Best Adapted Screenplay.
Of course.
Watch the movie, but yeah.
You know what? I will.
It's down the street, AJ. There's a movie theater down the street.
I'm still in school.
Still in school. It's
I
what do you do? What do you do on Saturday nights or Sunday nights or Friday nights?
You've seen my Snapchat.
I have seen a Snapchat.
You know what I do.
It's not going to the movies.
Link below for my Snapchat. Animated short. Dear Basketball, Garden Party, Lou, Negative Space, and Revolting Rhymes. I have to go with Lou, the Pixar animated short about that creature in the playground that actually fights like a schoolyard bully.
I'm gonna go with Lou as well. You said Pixar, so I'm doing it.
As much as I want Lou to win, I know Dear Basketball is going to win.
For real?
I know it's going to win.
You think it's going to beat out a Pixar film?
Yes.
Wow, that's a bold claim. I'm going to hold you to it.
Animated feature. Coco.
And what else was nominated?
Does it really matter? The Boss Baby. The breadwinner. Ferdinand. You know that John Cena.
That bull movie?
Bull movie. Yeah.
I think it opened opposite Star Wars.
It did.
Yes,
it did.
That's bold.
Bold.
Very bold.
Bold. So that's why they nominated it, because it was bold. And finally, Loving Vincent. You know, the artsy.
Oh, that looked really cool.
It did look cool. Every frame, literally, is a painting.
It
should.
I know Coco.
Coco's going to win,
but
because Hollywood loves Pixar.
Yes. It was a great film.
Are you ready for director?
I'm ready for director.
For Dunkirk, Christopher Nolan. For Get Out, Jordan Peele. For Lady Bird, Greta Gerwig. For Phantom Thread, Paul Thomas, a.k.a. P.T. Anderson. For The Shape of Water, Guillermo del Toro. Can I say a snub of this category?
Go ahead.
Denis Villeneuve for Blade Runner.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know he's not going to win, but I want to give a quick shout out to Jordan Peele. Wow. That's all I got to say. Yeah, Guillermo del Toro. Good job. You won this category.
I want Greta Gerwig to win because I got to be honest, watching Lady Bird, it just something in it clicked with, I don't know, my high school years in a way. I don't know why. Sure. Yeah, I have to agree with you. At the end of the day, I feel the Academy is just going to go to Guillermo del Toro.
Yes.
Because he just did such a fantastic job of directing this film. And he hasn't really gotten that much love from the Academy in the past. So I really think that they're going to go with Guillermo del Toro for Best Director.
Supporting Actress. For Mudbound, Mary J. Blige. For I, Tonya, Allison Janney. For Phantom Thread, Leslie Manville. For Lady Bird, Laurie Metcalf. And for The Shape of Water, Octavia Spencer.
And they really like people that can transform themselves in films. So Allison Janney, Best Supporting Actress, my pick.
From what clips I've seen, she cusses like no other character. The Academy likes the cussing.
Yes.
And if you cuss well, that's your Oscar to lose. So, yes, I will agree. Allison Janney, I, Tonya for Best Supporting Actress.
We have Best Supporting Actor. Willem Dafoe from The Florida Project. Woody Harrelson from 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. We have Richard Jenkins from The Shape of Water, Christopher Plummer from All the Money in the World, and we have Sam Rockwell from 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri.
Absolutely, without a doubt,
Sam Rockwell. Yeah, Sam Rockwell is definitely the front runner. Right.
Yes.
All right, Sam Rockwell.
Best
Supporting Actor.
Way to go, dude. Lead Actress. Sally Hawkins for The Shape of Water. Frances McDormand for 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. Margot Robbie for I, Tonya. Saoirse Ronan for Lady Bird. And Meryl Streep for The Post.
This is a very strong category.
I understand Meryl Streep historically is a great actress. She's not one of my favorite actresses. This is one of my favorite roles of hers
Yes.
in quite a while. However, that's not to say she will win this category, which I know she won't. Because the winner of this category, without a doubt, is Frances McDormand.
I would agree that Frances McDormand is a good actress.
Ooh.
I had not been more impressed by a role this year than Saoirse Ronan and Lady Bird.
Yeah, if Frances McDormand doesn't win, I have to pick Saoirse Ronan as well. Lead actor. Timothée Chalamet for Call Me By Your Name. Daniel Day-Lewis for Phantom Thread. Daniel Kaluuya for Get Out. Gary Oldman for Darkest Hour. And for some reason, Denzel Washington for Roman J. Israel Esquire.
They love Denzel Washington.
I mean, who doesn't love some Denzel? Daniel Kaluuya in his scene in Get Out where he's being put into the sunken place. Yeah. That was great. That was absolutely great. However, I have to say, this category is Gary Oldman's to lose. Gary Oldman, throughout his entire career, has been nothing but flawless. From Harry Potter to JFK.
He started in Harry Potter. Then he did JFK.
Then he did JFK.
Backwards.
We're going backwards.
He went backwards in time.
Hey, you know what?
I feel like Gary Oldman is like the La La Land of the Best Picture race last year, where everyone thinks that Gary Oldman's going to win.
Okay.
But having seen all of these other films,
yes.
One, you cannot deny Daniel Day-Lewis is one of the best actors of all time.
Of course not.
But really, I feel like the best performance this year for an actor was Timothée Chalamet in Call Me By Your Name. And I feel like that's an unpopular opinion amongst the Academy.
That's fine.
I think the Academy will actually reward Gary Oldman for his performance. But I'm going to say Timothée Chalamet goes home with the Oscar.
Best Picture.
Best Picture.
Call Me By Your Name. Darkest Hour. Dunkirk. Get Out. Lady Bird. Phantom Thread. The Post. The Shape of Water. And 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri.
It feels a lot more like it's an actual race because there's no clear front runner. What are you thinking, AJ?
I've looked through this list many times. And I have to say Blade Runner 2049 definitely deserves to win this Oscar. I mean, it was the absolute best movie of the year.
Really, this category, I don't think Darkest
They
Hour...
ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine. When you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
Snubs, I feel like even Logan could have been nominated.
If it was nominated for more Oscars, my pick would be The Post, but it's not. That's why it's not going to win. My pick is 3 Billboards. I'm okay with basically any movie winning except Darkest Hour, possibly Phantom Thread.
No.
You think Phantom Thread was really that good?
Phantom Thread was, in my opinion, one of the most enjoyable P.T. Anderson films I've ever watched.
Wow.
Because of the variety of the list and just the closeness of what this race seems like, especially with the acting awards in the past, all the other film shows and things like that, going to a lot of actors in this film in particular, I'm going to go ahead and say that the winner of the Best Picture this year is going to be 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri by Martin McDonagh. Like, he has created some great films in the past, but nothing really has clicked with Oscar voters, at least, like this film has.
Absolutely.
Just all across the board.
Yeah. Great
acting, great performances, and a message that isn't normal for this kind of a film. It's kind of unorthodox.
It is.
You kind of have to put yourself aside and think about what is going on in this town in particular, not in terms of the entire country, how things are working. And I feel like just the character development that some people in this film get is just enough to push people over.
So those are our predictions for the 2018 Oscars. Tell us what you think in the comments section below. Obviously, subscribe to TJ's channel.
Stop or Go Reviews.
Follow him on Instagram.
We'll put that down here.
We'll
Down here.
Down here.
We'll link
yes,
it down
we'll
below.
Link it down here. Link my Snapchat. Link my Instagram.
We're not going to link that Snapchat.
All right, then link the Instagram.
Okay, we'll link his Instagram. All right, that's all I got today, guys. Hope you
Okay.
liked the video. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe right here if you want to see more. And I'll see you on the next one.
Bye, YouTube.
See ya.